Santa's grotto. It is, isn't it? That's Santa's grotto.
Yeah. Grotto. Such a strange word.
Hey guys, it's been a busy weekend. Hopefully it's the final time that we have to do an entire weekend working on a case, but because of that, we're going to celebrate by finishing off the work that needs to be done in the office. Now, as you can see behind me, I've got a lot of gaming stuff here, and that's not going to change. That's the limit of the gaming stuff in here, pretty much. But what we're going to do instead is all of this, because this isn't, what's the word? It isn't soundproofed, which means that next door will be able to hear me when I'm editing late at night, which I don't want, and their noise during the day comes through when I'm trying to record things. So, we're going to soundproof this wall behind this, which means I have to take out all of my comic stuff, the old comic collections and everything else. It's a big job. We're hopefully going to be able to get through it today, if not today and tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens from there. Hopefully that'll be the last, and then I can get back to regular scheduled comics and office work and making videos, which is what I want to do. It's been a long time since I've been able to get onto a proper schedule. A lot of things have caused problems, but we're getting to the end of them now. Feeling very confident about it. Let's get this done. That's the current state of the office. I can now stand where my desk would be. I mean, look at that. It's weird. The camera, the little action camera that was filming what we were doing has run out. I don't know how much it's actually caught now I'm thinking about it, but we'll see. We've taken everything out of here. Look at that. Just so much space. Can you see? Whoa, so much space. But it's been a lot of effort. Now, Jen's trying desperately to take all of these brackets off the wall like I was talking about. Yeah, how's it going, babe?
Fortunately, the people we bought the house from decided that even though the instructions would have said, do not glue these, they've glued them. So, may end up with big holes in the wall.
I think survey says, yeah.
Survey says...
So it says it might work?
Yeah. It's cracked the seal.
Oh, now I see where the screws are. From a certain point of view, that's quite efficient.
Yeah, as long as you don't glue it. Right, I need to go and get my thingy.
A thingy.
Fully functioning, I understand.
How's it going, babe?
It's coming along, actually. Yeah, we're getting there.
Excellent. I'm loving this. Good job taking the insulation off the wall. Now you'll find out how noisy your neighbours are. It's always good to leave a message for the future when you can.
Oh, I've done it again.
Okay, Captain DIY, tell us how you're doing.
Right, just starting to put up the wall covering. Got the insulation in. The wood frames are largely in. Not done that corner yet. But I'm going to get this and that up. And that'll then put us in a position where these won't just keep falling off the wall. They're actually quite warm. When you lean against it, your leg feels warm.
Well, yeah, they're insulation.
Yeah. So no more of that cheapskate students next door leeching our heat. Actually, well, that is a minor fringe benefit. But the biggest thing is sound deadening.
Yeah. We're getting somewhere now. We've just got this little corner left to do. And then the wood panelling is up. We can get the rest of the situation done. We want to get some tiles on the back of this, carpet tiles, to deaden the sound so that when I'm talking to the camera in the room, it won't have as much of an echo, which is useful. So we're getting there, getting on, but I'm also getting phone calls and frantic emails from people about the council, so I'm fielding calls and doing DIY. It's a good thing that Jen is doing the majority of the cutting and screwing for this, so I can get on with that. But it's one of those days where everything is happening at once, but it's going well, so we're enjoying it. How are you doing, Jen?
Yeah, we're doing all right. It's coming along nicely. We're about on schedule. With these things, it's never really possible to tell exactly how long it's going to take you.
Okay, we're getting somewhere now. All of the woodwork is in, and now the plug sockets on the wall are actually flush with the new wall. That's good. We seem to have solved the issue of what that is. It's a former telephone line, so now we've got the one I've written phone line on, so that we know which one is the actual phone line.
We then remove that one just in case. I have this mortal fear that I'll go, oh, it's not used for anything. And I'll go, clip, and it's like, hello?
Yeah, we had to test it.
It's completely dead, but there's still that element of fear that you're cutting the live phone line somehow.
So we're going to leave it in for the moment. It's been one of those days where there's an awful lot of stress. People at the last minute asking for things changed and all that. That's one of the things with politics. Everything changed at the last minute. It's annoying and I don't like it, but I'm just trying to focus on... Yeah, I focus there. It's annoying and I don't like it, but these things happen. Hopefully everything will get sorted out. But in the meantime, we've got all of this to paint. So all of this woodwork here, that has to be painted. Once that's done, we get to let it dry off, and then hopefully we can get the tiles for the soundproofing on tonight so I can get everything back in here, because tomorrow I've got to do an awful lot of work and we may not have the time. Plus, if I don't get everything set up in here, we have no beds, because I have covered both beds, the back spare room and the main bedroom, in stuff from the office, so that's not going to go down well with Jen if she realises that we can't sleep anywhere tonight. Anyway, let's get back to work. Well, the room is now visibly coming together. We have all of the varnish on the wall, and Jen is about to attach things to this wall. The CCTV system, the router, and the big monitor for the CCTV. So everything is coming together. It's really, really starting to take shape.
I'm doing alright. I'm putting the thingy on the wall.
It's all a question of attaching things where they need to be and not attaching them where they don't need to be. Very precise. We've already put all the stuff onto the wall to mount everything, so it shouldn't be too bad, should it?
No, all the mounting points are there.
Everything's going to look great. It's going to be a mass of wires, just as I like. Well, here we are. The entire room is now back together. We've got an awful lot in here, but it looks pretty good. Over on the console shelf, we have all of the consoles. So we have the MV1 modulator for the Amstrad CPC, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Mega Drive, GameCube, and the disc drive for the Amstrad CPC. Forgot where it was there. Got the Dreamcast and the Xbox original, the PS2 Slim, the Mac, and all of the wires to allow me to plug all of the consoles in via the little ITV thing that's sat there. Got the monitor on the side, which attaches to the box down there, which is the CCTV, and the little hope for the network. Everything else is pretty much as it was, so looking pretty good. So there we are, the new office, same as the old office, but I now have carpet on the wall, which is kind of cool because it means that there's less echo. I'm sitting next to this, and normally when you're doing these videos it echoes, but now thanks to lovely carpet, which you can see green here and up here, it looks great and it stops the echo. So now when I'm talking to you, you don't have the issue of, oh, there's a weird echo. So that's cool, but it does mean I have to vacuum the walls, which is a bit of an issue. But anyway, Jen and I spent all day on that, and it's been very good. And I say all day, we actually had to pop out at one point to get some stuff for, well, the carpet stuff as for a start. So we had a chance to pop into CEX on the way back because we were passing and it would be rude not to. So we've only got one game today. It's Midas, so it's not very good. But it's Penny Racers. It's a port of an N64 game, apparently. It's a Japanese imported N64 game. It's all here. Decent quality case. Really good quality manual. Case hardly opens because it's Midas, it's hardly been played. Decent quality manual there. Everything's here. So I'm very happy. But what I'm really, really happy about is I recently won an auction on eBay for one game. A Game Boy game, original Game Boy game, Super Mario Land 2. Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Never played this before, but my friend when I was growing up, he had a Game Boy with 2 games on it, Tetris and Mario. He eventually got Castlevania as well, and Spider-Man and things like that. And we played them and they were great. But, yeah. But yeah, that, and I always loved the Mario Land game. Now, here it is, it's all, I don't know, let's have a look. It's pretty much just worn out. It's been overused. I thought, I can't really deal with Game Boy things. I can't open them up to find out what's in them and what's not. So, my idea was, oh, this one looks well used. So, it's unlikely to be a forgery because why would you go to that trouble of making it look used? So I bought it, and it wasn't very much. I won the auction in the middle of the day during a work day, and as a result, I got a pretty good deal. Won't go into the Game Boy. So you just keep doing it until it works, and there you go. Perfectly good. Super Mario Land 2. All that. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to get this because it's actually a lot of fun. I tried it earlier on in a quick break from doing all this, and it was really, really good. So I'm very happy. What can I say? Anyway, Jen wanted to say something as well, so she recorded something earlier on, but didn't tell me where it was. So I'm going to put that in now.
You were expecting someone else? So, Mr. Bond, we meet again. Only this time you're wearing pants. Anyway, I thought I'd do some game pickup videos for Zoe because, well, she's not around. And I bought these for her as her Christmas present. So without further ado, let's have a look through these. I'm going to put them in wrapping paper and she's not going to get them until Christmas. Oh, no, that's not her coming up the stairs. So, without further ado, Big Mother Trucker 2. This is brilliant, this. We've got Big Mother Trucker, the first one. And I was looking at this, actually. On the cover, I don't know how well that's going to come up, but it looks like somebody has written Love Bobby XOXOXOX on it. And I thought, oh, that is just horrible. And then I realised, actually, that's part of the artwork. It's not somebody's just written that on as a cheapskate way of wrapping up a present. And the same for the coffee rings. That's actually part of the artwork. But the case is in pretty good condition. We've got the manual there. That's looking pretty good. It seems to all be there. And it doesn't look like it's been particularly read. And got a disc. The disc looks okay. Everything's complete. We've got the full package. And this is really just about filling up the collection. Getting the odd random cheap games as and when they come up. We got this in down in Bolton, just come in and had a whole load of stuff traded in, so it hadn't yet been put out on the shelf. But because we go in there so much, we got to know the staff a little bit, so they just trot these things out to us because they know that we're going to pick stuff up. I'm going to put that down there. Now, the next one that we picked up, again, this is really about filling up the collection, trying to get that full list. And the only way you're going to do that is when you see some of these cheapy ones, you pick them up for the collection. So again, open season. This is another one of the making up the numbers. Cover looks good. Case looks pretty reasonable. No marks that I see on there. And opening it up again, done quite well with this. It's got the manual in. Again, the manual looks in good condition, and we've got the disc. So again, another complete package. Not actually tried any of these games. I must admit that the most that I tend to do is play the odd game of the original Civilization 1 on the PC in the shed. So I can't say I'm a big gamer, but certainly this looks quite good fun. It's reminding me of things like Madagascar, Ice Age, that kind of thing. There's a lot of muck there on the front cover. We're going to have to try and get that off. Get some kind of solvent going on in there, but we've got to be really careful not to damage anything. Now, these next two really are the ones which I got firmly with Zoe in mind. And the first one, this is something called Phantasy Star Universe. Yeah, Phantasy Star Universe. And it's not anything that we've particularly seen about. And it was sat there on the shelves, and quite clearly whoever has had these has really kind of looked after them. So even the case has a pretty new feel to it. And what I couldn't believe was that this was only £3. And I would have thought that a lot of these games, you know, like your Dot Hacks and some of the things like Kingdom Hearts and what's the other, Shadow Hearts, they're normally quite expensive games. So at £3, this was really worth a punt, come what may. And it looks to be a Sega version of an RPG. And it looks really, really interesting, actually. I've not heard a lot about this. And certainly it's not one that Zoe's ever mentioned or brought up. So really looking forward to see what this is all about. And I've got a feeling that this might be one of those hidden gems, which at this stage, when the PS2 games are at their lowest point financially, best time ever to pile in if you're wanting to collect a full set. I think this very quickly, when the collectors start catching on to how good the PS2 is, this is going to go up enormously in price. So if you do see a copy of this, really pick it up now. Inside the package again, we've got the manual. The manual is uncreased. It looks in really good condition. And we've got the disc there. Everything's looking good. So we're doing really well, actually, these four that I purchased for Zoe's Christmas present. We're going to put that down there. And as Zoe probably normally does, I've saved the best till last. And this particular one, oh, it says a lot about my sense of humour, really. But I saw this, and I had to have it, simply because of the name. Steam Bot Chronicles. I mean, look at that. It's bot. A steam-powered bot. So what is it? Some kind of steampunk thing? I don't know. It's very, very Japanese. And again, it really makes these things quite desirable amongst the fanboy and fangirl community. I've never really heard of it. It was quite an expensive game, but not as expensive as some of the other games that we've seen, which are of this kind of ilk. And again, I think the only way that the prices are going on these is up. So now's a good time to get it. But it's just so weird. I'll read the blurb on the back. As cars become more and more common on city streets, the Trotmobile came into being. And it really does feel like it's lost something in the translation from the original Japanese, probably going through via Outer Mongolian and Swahili before it got to English. I think it reads actually like what you'd get if you start translating languages on and on through Google Translate. The two-legged walking metal vehicle could be adapted to a variety of road conditions and purposes. As the Industrial Revolution continued, the Trotmobiles... That sounds like something you get after a particularly nasty takeaway curry, doesn't it? It's like, oh, I've got a Trotmobile. Popularity increased. People placed their hopes and dreams on the back of these things. And it goes on like that. It seems to be some kind of sandbox-style gameplay here, non-linear action-adventure. So, actually, that looks to be something to be pretty good. Got manual, got disc, everything's there. We are go-go gadget here. And it's in really nice condition because, again, I think this has probably come from the same collection as that previous one that I showed you. But I think Zoe is going to really enjoy these. Certainly Steam Bot, because if she doesn't have the same sense of humour as me, then why did she marry me? I don't know. Does she know something I don't? I don't know. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to go and wrap these in paper and annoyingly put them underneath the tree or something and tell her that she's not allowed to open them until Christmas Day. But might drop hints, especially when she edits this video. Oh, she's going to know what I've got her. You can't play them till Christmas. Anyway, where did my rabbit go? So, Zoekins, until Christmas Day. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
And yeah, when I edit this, I'll find out where it is. But at the moment, I don't know. So thanks, Jen, whatever you did. I hope it wasn't too bad. But that's really all I've got time for. I've got to get back to daily vlogging, and that's what we're doing today. Hopefully we'll get something interesting for you tomorrow as well. I think today's been interesting, putting this together. But oof, it's been so much work, so it's late at night at the moment. It's past midnight. I've got to get this done, so I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.